Hey Stoic friends, listen up, because this isn't your usual feel-good advice. It's a wake-up call wrapped in raw truths and unfiltered energy. Before we dive into this madness, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Trust me, every second of this video is a game changer. Skip it, and you're the one losing. Now, let's get real. What makes a man crawl back for more? Is it your stunning looks, your killer outfit, the way you laugh at his lame jokes? No, that might spark a moment, but it won't create a fire. And here's the part most women don't want to hear. If you've been chasing his attention, you're already losing. The real power? It's not in trying to become his world. It's in becoming a world so captivating that he can't stop orbiting around you. Imagine walking into a room with a presence so fierce, so untouchable, that he feels it in his chest. It's not about him choosing you, it's about him being terrified to lose you. This isn't magic, and it's not some manipulative trick. It's a transformation, a shift, a reckoning with the part of you that's been hiding, shrinking, playing small. It's stepping into a version of yourself so bold, so magnetic, that every move you make demands attention, not just from him, but from life itself. In this video, I'm giving you 10 electrifying moves that will make him not just come back, but stay locked in. These aren't soft suggestions or overplayed cliches. This is the stuff that rewires your energy and reshapes how you show up. And let me tell you, we're going into the dark side of Stoic psychology. The kind of mindset that has you playing the long game with ruthless focus and unshakable self-respect. Forget trying to be nice or easygoing. The high-value woman knows her worth, speaks her mind, and makes no apologies for her standards. So buckle up. This isn't just about winning him over. It's about unlocking the version of you that wins at life. Let's blow the roof off your potential. Right here, right now. Let's go. Number 1. Radiate quiet confidence. What is it about a woman who walks into a room and commands attention without saying a single word? It's not her designer bag. It's not the perfect shade of lipstick or even the way her heels click against the floor. No, it's something deeper, something primal. It's the quiet thunder in her presence, that unspoken energy that whispers, "I don't need to prove a damn thing to anyone." Quiet confidence isn't loud, flashy, or desperate for validation. It's in the way she holds her head high, her shoulders back, and her eyes steady. It's in the stillness of her movements, the deliberate pace of her breath, the subtle power of her silence. This kind of confidence doesn't beg for attention, it commands it. And here's the secret. This isn't something you fake. You don't throw on confidence like a coat. No, it's something you earn through fire. It's forged in the moments when life throws you to your knees and you rise again, stronger, sharper, unbreakable. It's built in the times you choose to face yourself, your fears and your flaws without flinching. You don't just wake up one day radiating confidence. You have to know yourself, truly know yourself. Your weaknesses, your strengths, your limits, and the boundless potential you've yet to unleash. When you know exactly who you are and own it unapologetically, something changes. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself. You become a force of nature, and trust me, people can't look away. This is the energy that makes men stop mid-sentence and lose their train of thought. It's the power that leaves people wondering, who is she? It's not about screaming your worth to the world. It's about knowing it so deeply that the world feels it without you saying a word. If you're waiting for someone to notice you, to tell you you're enough, stop. Confidence doesn't wait for permission. Stand taller. Meet every gaze with quiet authority. Speak less, but when you do, make every word feel like a lightning strike. Smile, not to be liked, but because you know exactly what you bring to the table. This isn't about perfection. It's about power. Confidence is the storm that brews inside you, calm but ready to unleash when necessary. Radiate it and watch how the world bends to your presence. Number 2, stay grounded in yourself. What makes a woman unforgettable? It's not her willingness to bend, shrink, or twist herself to fit into his world. It's the woman who stands tall, rooted in her own. She doesn't chase his attention or lose herself in his shadow. She's the one who remains untouchably herself, a force so complete that he knows he's lucky just to be part of her orbit. Staying grounded isn't just a nice idea. It's a rebellion in a world that tells women to compromise their essence for love. It's living a life so rich, so fulfilling, that he's not your oxygen. He's the spark that lights up an already burning flame. This is what men crave, but rarely admit. A woman who doesn't need them to feel whole. A woman with passions, dreams, and a purpose that exists outside of any relationship. When you're rooted in your own life, you're untouchable. You don't cling, you don't beg, and you damn sure don't crumble when someone walks away. Being grounded means knowing your worth so deeply that no man can shake it. It's the art of saying, I am enough, with or without you. It's building a life that you love so fiercely that he doesn't become your foundation. He becomes the cherry on top. Let me ask you this. Are you living for yourself, or are you just existing, hoping someone will come along and make you feel alive? Because here's the truth. When you pour your energy into building a life you're obsessed with, you stop attracting men who want to take, and you start drawing in the ones who are desperate to add. Staying grounded is about boundaries that don't waver, passions that don't pause, and a presence that doesn't fade to make room for someone else. It's looking at a man and saying, you're welcome in my life, but don't think for a second that I need you to complete it. This is what makes you unforgettable. A woman who refuses to abandon herself for anyone is the one who lingers in his mind long after she's gone. So root yourself in your power, plant your feet firmly in your worth, and watch as the world, and the right man, comes running to meet you. Stay grounded, and you'll never just be someone's option. You'll be the standard. Number 3, treat him as an equal. Stop putting him on a pedestal. You're not here to worship him like a king or hang on his every word. He doesn't need your blind admiration. He needs a partner who stands beside him, not below him. The moment you elevate him above you, you distort the balance, and that's when the real power starts slipping away. You want to know what really pulls a man in. Mutual respect, not praise, not obedience, not the constant, I'll do anything for you energy that drains you and suffocates him. What draws him in and keeps him is when you look him in the eyes and treat him as a real equal. It's not about shrinking yourself to make space for him. It's about rising together. You don't admire his strength by downplaying yours. You amplify each other. You look at his strengths and appreciate them, but not at the expense of your own fire. When you truly see him as your partner, your equal, you stop seeing him as a man you must impress and start seeing him as the man who should earn your respect every single day. This isn't about playing games. It's about collaboration, real, raw, powerful collaboration. You make decisions together. You share the load. You build something bigger than either of you could alone. When he knows you're a force to be reckoned with, when he feels your energy is equal to his, trust me, that's when he'll start respecting you in ways he never could when you played the adoration game. And this respect, it fuels him. It fuels you. It doesn't just create attraction, it forges a bond that can't be broken. The more you stand as an equal, the more you deepen the connection. The more you stand on the same level, side by side, like equals, that's when things get dangerous in the best possible way. He'll see you as someone who isn't just by his side, but on his level, someone he can build with, respect, and admire. A partner in the truest sense of the word, not a follower or a fan. You are his equal, and no one, not even him, can ever forget that. Stand with him, grow with him, and let him see that you don't need him to survive. You need him to build something legendary. Number 4, truly listen to him. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about feeling the pulse of his soul and understanding his heart's true rhythm. When you truly listen, you create a space so raw, so powerful, that he can't help but let down every guard. You give him more than just your attention. You give him the rarest thing a man can get in this world, your undivided presence. It's not about nodding along, waiting for your turn to speak. It's about diving into what he's saying, into the silence between his words, into the places where his vulnerability leaks through. When you listen like this, you make him feel something most men have never felt, seen. Not as a provider, not as a protector, but as a man, as a person, as an equal. Ask questions that pierce deep, that show you're not just hearing him, you're grasping the very essence of who he is. Stop playing the game of surface-level chit-chat. Dig deeper. Know what drives him, what scares him, what keeps him awake at night. The more you reflect on what he shares, the more you show him that he matters, not just as a boyfriend, not just as a lover, but as a human being worthy of your full attention. When you listen like this, undistracted, unfiltered and completely present, you create a bond so strong it becomes impossible to break. You build trust that isn't given, it's earned. You create an intimacy that isn't based on sex or surface-level connection, but on something deeper, something magnetic. This is how you win a man's heart, not by fixing his problems, but by listening to his soul. You make him feel valued, not by words, but by the undeniable force of your presence. And when you do this, when you truly listen, you create something irresistible. You become the safe haven he can't escape, the one person who sees him not for what he does, but for who he is. A man who feels heard doesn't just want to stay, he craves it, he needs it. So stop talking over him, stop thinking about what you're going to say next. Listen to him and watch as he comes back for more again and again. Because when you truly listen, you don't just capture his attention, you capture his soul. Number 5, value, honesty, and transparency. Here's the brutal truth. Nothing is more electrifying than raw honesty. You want to make him crave you, need you, obsess over you? Stop playing pretend. Stop hiding behind your perfect smile or carefully curated words. The game of masks? Throw it out. The real power, the insane power that men can't resist, is in being fiercely, unapologetically real. No pretenses, no sugarcoating, just truth. Because the woman who can stand naked, emotionally, spiritually, before him, without fear, without hesitation, is a force no man can walk away from. Stop hiding your shadows. Expose them, the dark parts of you, the flaws, the scars. Show them, the things that make you human. Share them, because only when you expose your own truth can you demand that he be honest with you too. And when he starts to open up, when you crack him open with your authenticity, he will feel like he's never been seen before, like he's never been heard before. And that's dangerous. There's no room for games when you value honesty. No room for keeping secrets or playing the mysterious woman who says just enough to keep him hooked. That's weak. That's scared. When you speak your truth, no matter how brutal, no matter how raw, you don't just speak to him, you speak through him. You cut through his defenses like a damn wrecking ball. When you live in transparency, you strip the world of its lies. You force people to see you, to see each other for who you really are. No more guessing. No more confusion. Only clarity. You give him the gift of knowing exactly what he's getting into. No tricks, no games. And that's what makes him fall hard. Think about it. What does he want? He wants a woman who doesn't need him to fix her, doesn't need him to complete her. He wants a woman who stands so fiercely in her own truth that she doesn't bend, doesn't break, no matter how much the world tries to make her. He wants a woman who can tear down the walls, drop the masks, and look at him with eyes that say, I am enough, with or without you. So get real, get raw, get dangerous. Tell him the things you're afraid to say. Let him see the sides of you that most people run from. Because when you walk in your truth, you don't just stand tall. You become a magnet, an unstoppable force that men won't just admire, they'll worship. Truth is your weapon. Transparency is your armor. And when you wield both, you become untouchable. Number 6. Add joy and laughter to his life. Listen up. Laughter is an explosive weapon. It's not just a sound. It's an energy, a pulse, a vibration that shakes everything around it. You want to make him fall madly in love with you? Then stop being the serious, perfect woman he's seen 1,000 times. Start bringing something unpredictable, something wild into his life. What does a man crave? Joy. Pure, unapologetic, uncontrollable joy. The kind of joy that has him laughing until his stomach hurts. The kind of laughter that makes him forget about the grind, forget about his problems, forget about everything but you. When you bring that energy, you disrupt his world in the most magnificent way. You see, the woman who can make him laugh doesn't just win his affection. She becomes his escape. She becomes the light in his darkest days. The woman who can turn a bad day into a joke, who can spin a moment of stress into an inside joke that makes him roar with laughter, is the one who locks his heart down like a steel trap. But here's the catch. This isn't about forcing humor. This isn't about telling jokes you don't feel. This is about owning your laughter, letting it come from that deep place inside you where joy doesn't ask permission. Laughing freely, without fear, without holding back. When you laugh with him, you invite him into your world, a world where everything is lighter, brighter, and damn near explosive. You think he wants a woman who's always composed, always on guard? Hell no. He wants the woman who's so alive with joy, so unstoppable that she radiates fun. The woman who takes life by the horns and rides it with a grin that's contagious. He'll never forget the woman who made him laugh like he hasn't laughed in years. That's the kind of woman who owns his mind. Imagine this. You're not just a partner. You're his personal escape artist, the one who knows how to flip his mood, break his routine, and turn his world upside down with nothing but your laugh. That's magnetic. That's power. So get wild. Get messy. Let the joy spill out of you until it infects him. When you bring that unrelenting, unfiltered joy into his life, You're not just adding a good time, you're creating an experience he can't forget. Joy isn't just an emotion, it's a weapon. When you wield it right, you don't just steal his heart, you own it. And he'll be addicted to the woman who brings that electric energy into his life. Number 7. Celebrate his strengths, genuinely. You want to break him open. You want to make him weak in the knees for you. Celebrate his strength, but not the way you think. It's not about telling him he's strong in some cliché way, like you're amazing or you're my hero. No, that's basic. That's cheap. Here's the insane truth. Men don't need empty praise. They need to feel that their strength is recognized in the deepest, most raw way possible. They need to feel it from you, the woman they admire, like you see through them, straight to the core of their power. When you celebrate his strengths with a genuine fire, with a recognition that comes from a place of pure admiration and desire, you ignite something inside him that will make him want to stay locked to you forever. Recognize his value like it's your secret weapon. Don't just tell him he's strong. Make him feel it. Make him feel like he's a warrior walking beside a queen who knows exactly what he's made of. Speak to his soul. Speak to the blood, sweat, and sacrifice he's put into building himself. And celebrate it like no one else ever has. See his strength and honor it, not just with words, but with your actions, your eyes, the way you let him know you see his potential, his purpose, and what he brings to the table. When you truly recognize what he can do, he'll start seeing you as the woman who gets him, the one who doesn't need him to perform for her, but who sees him as a man capable of conquering the world with her by his side. You want him to be captivated by you? Celebrate what makes him untouchable. Celebrate what he's built, the struggles he's fought, the battles he's won. Not just the big things, but the little moments, the quiet victories, the stuff that most people overlook. When you honor him, truly honor him, your words become like a drug he can't quit. He'll start performing at his highest level, pushing himself harder, not because he has to, but because you made him feel like he's worth it. This isn't about inflated praise. This is about unlocking his deepest confidence. When you tap into the raw essence of his strength and you acknowledge it, you don't just boost his ego, you elevate his spirit. You give him permission to be even more than he ever imagined. The woman who sees him for what he truly is, powerful, unstoppable, a force to be reckoned with, becomes the woman who owns him. Not with manipulation, not with control, but with a deep, unshakable respect for what he stands for. So celebrate him, celebrate his greatness. Don't just tell him, let him feel it. When you make him feel like his strength is genuine and you're the one who recognizes it first, that's when you own his heart in a way no one else ever could. Number 8. Lead with purpose and initiative. Hold tight, because this is where it gets intense. You want to ignite a fire in him. Then stop waiting for life to hand you a script. Be the damn author of your own story. A woman who leads with purpose doesn't tiptoe through life. No, she charges in, like a storm that refuses to be tamed. You think you're going to make a man stay by just being pretty? By being cute and passive? No, he'll leave the second something shinier comes along. But when you step into your power and lead with purpose, you become a force of nature. You don't ask for permission, you take, you claim, you take initiative like a lioness hunting its prey, sharp, focused, relentless. You see, men are drawn to urgency, to drive, to that wild magnetic pull that comes from a woman who knows she's destined for something bigger, something greater, and she won't stop until she's got it. When you lead with purpose, You're not walking through life, you're smashing it. You're not waiting for opportunity, you're creating it. You look around and say, This is mine. This is the secret. When you step into your power, you make everyone else step up too. You don't just inspire them, you command them. You push the world to meet you at your level. Men don't just want a woman who follows, they crave the woman who pulls them into her world. The one who doesn't ask, "Can we do this?" but demands, "This is happening. Follow me, or get out of my way." Your life? A relentless pursuit of what you want, not just sitting back, hoping things will come to you. Number every second, you're grabbing life by the throat and forcing it to deliver. And when you live like this, when you're not afraid to act, when you lead with pure intention, you become magnetic. Men will get addicted to the chaos you bring. They'll crave that power, that wild energy, the unstoppable force that is you. But don't mistake this for control. It's not about controlling him or anyone. It's about owning yourself, your mission, your world. When you lead like this, when you refuse to follow, when you refuse to shrink, you become the gravitational pull no man can escape. He'll see you and realize, I don't want to just be with her. I want to be a part of whatever she's building, whatever she's conquering. You want him to fall, to stay? Lead with the kind of purpose that shakes everything. Show him you're unmovable, not just in what you want, but in how you go after it. You don't beg for his attention, you demand it. You don't wait for his approval, you demand his respect. So stop playing it small. Burn with the kind of fire that forces the world to bow. And when you do, he won't just be following you, he'll be consumed by you. Because when you lead with purpose, you become a storm that leaves nothing untouched. And no man will ever be able to walk away from that. We've laid out the 8 explosive actions that won't just make him return, they'll make him obsessed with you. But here's the thing, this isn't about trickery. This is about transforming yourself into a woman who is untouchable, a force that shakes the earth beneath him. These principles aren't some neat little checklist. They're the rules of power, the framework that will reshape your life from the inside out. Every single one of these actions is a piece of the weapon that will make you irresistible. They turn you from an ordinary woman into a force of nature. Someone men can't ignore, someone they can't escape. This isn't a game. You're not out here to play nice. You're out here to take what's yours. Every interaction, every glance, every word, it all becomes magnetic because you're fully, unapologetically you. And no man will ever be able to turn away. Understand this. You're not here to be someone's maybe. You're not here to fit into someone's idea of who you should be. You're here to burn with the intensity that forces the world to kneel before you. And when you start living like this, owning your life with ruthless purpose, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stand in your way. And guess what? When you turn up the heat, when you start walking through this world with the unstoppable confidence of a woman who knows her worth, he'll feel it. The men who don't get it, they'll fall off. The ones who are worthy. They'll be drawn to you like moths to an untouchable flame. You want him to never leave? You don't have to beg for his attention. You don't have to play small. You create your own empire, and anyone who steps into your life better be ready to rise up and meet you at your level. If he doesn't, he's out. Simple. You're too powerful for games. You've got better things to do than waste time with anyone who doesn't see your value. So, what's your next move? Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. Start living it. This week, right now, pick one of these actions and go all in. Don't waste another second wondering. Don't wait for permission. Own it. Make it your mission. And don't look back. The world will respond to the fire you're putting out. If this hits you deep, let me know. Drop your thoughts below. What's the first action you're taking? No excuses. And don't forget, if you felt that rush of power, smash that like button and subscribe. This journey isn't just yours, it's ours. We're creating lives of unshakable confidence and connection. Together, we dominate. You're not just any woman. You are the woman every man desires. You are the high-value woman, and no one, not a single soul, can ever take that from you. Until next time, keep blazing, keep rising, keep becoming the woman the world can't forget. Because when you live with this kind of fire, they'll never be able to walk away.